Hi everybody, I thought I'd tell you about a few of my favorite things from the last couple of months. I haven't talked about my favorites in a couple of months and I thought, why not? It's fall. Fall, y'all. That's not one of my favorite things, P.S. I've got a mixture of lifestyle and planner stuff. Probably more lifestyle than planner stuff this month, to be honest, but my planner shit has not really changed all that much. And as a matter of fact, I've kind of fallen into the planner slump I fall into during like the fall when my life goes hectic and I stop using my planner as much as I should be using it, which is weird because I really should be using it right now, but I'm not using it as much and it's a thing. It's a thing. Let me know if you also kind of fall into that bad habit. I have a few makeup things to talk about first, and the very first one I'm going to talk about is kind of an upgrade from something I talked about several favorites videos ago. If you remember, I was using the e.l.f. Multi Stix, little chubby sticks where you can use them on your cheeks, on your eyes, and on your lips. They were only $4 each, and I freaking love them and have been using basically them every single day that I wear makeup since I talked about them. Well, my 15-year-old has finally decided they're interested in makeup, even if it's just a little bit of natural makeup that you can't really tell whether they're wearing it or not, and they basically co-opted my e.l.f. multi-sticks from me because they're hard to find now in stores. So they took the ones I've been using, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm an adult. I'm going to see if there's something I can upgrade to. And sure enough, there is the NARS, it's called the Multiple, and it's the same kind of thing. It's a multi-stick that you can use on your cheeks, on your eyes, and on your lips. But this is quite a bit more expensive. I think it was $30, maybe. Might be more than that. I don't remember for sure. But the color I got is Orgasm, which is like their famous blush color. And it's like a soft kind of peachy pink color with like a shimmer to it. And I love it. It's creamier than the e.l.f. stick. I put it on my cheeks, blend it with the stipple brush, put a little bit in the crease of my eyes. I haven't really been wearing it on my lips that much, but the color is beautiful and it helps me with that like dry as crusty shit look that I'm getting on some of my face. Like some of my face is always shiny because I'm oily, but the rest of my face is like the desert ever since I started taking diuretics, now that my kidney disease has progressed more. And I have been really wanting skin that looks more radiant and less like, Death Valley. And this really helps with that. Even when I put a little powder on top of it, it doesn't really dull the nice, like, subtle shimmer. So I'm loving this upgrade, and my 15-year-old can keep my e.l.f. multi-sticks. Although, if you're looking for an inexpensive alternative to something like this, if you can find them, they're excellent. Speaking of the non-Sahara Desert skin situation, I have been super interested in the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter situation. It's supposed to be this stuff you put on your face under your makeup to give you like a radiant glow, but it's really fucking expensive and I am just not ready to spend that kind of money on a product that seems like it could be kind of gimmicky. So in doing my research on the internet to find something that's like a dupe for it, I found the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. This stuff comes in a few different shades. I actually have it in two. I have it in the Fair Glow, which is this one, and the Light Glow. The Fair Glow seems to be my regular color and the Light Glow seems to be the color that's more appropriate for me when I have been out in the sun for a football game. Apparently, it's basically a very similar thing. It's just like a shimmery kind of lotion. And so what I do is I put some on each of my like upper cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin. And then I blend it in with my fingers, blending around the outsides of my faces, concentrating on the high points, but putting it all over my face. And whatever's left, I put down the center of my face where I tend to get the oiliest. And then because I don't wear foundation, I just wear a little concealer around the center of my face that I blend outwards, kind of the opposite direction. It is really adding like a nice glow to my face. It's making me really want that Charlotte Tilbury one, but I'm going to use this up first to make sure that it's something I really like using. But I tell you, if you're looking for a little bit of like radiance to your skin, especially if you're dry as fuck in certain parts of it, this stuff is really nice. The third product I'm going to talk about is the refresh spray I'm using on my hair right now. It is the Diva Curl Diva Fresh Scalp and Curl Revitalizer. I've been using the curly girl method, and right now it's in like the wavy phase because I need to deep condition it. It's getting a little like weighed down, but this stuff works great on second day hair, and it can even help like rejuvenate third day hair. I spray it in my scalp and around like the edges, and I flip my head over and I scrunch, and it brings the curls back. I bought this because I was going to New York and I needed something a little smaller than the giant bottle of just water and conditioner I was using. Between this and the humidity in the air in New York, my hair looked phenomenal, and it's the only reason I've ever enjoyed humidity. But in general, this stuff smells really nice. It has like a fresh kind of scent that's not overly perfumey, and it makes your hair just look really nice the next day to wake it back up again. So if you're doing curly hair stuff, check this out. So if you followed me for any length of time, you know that in the fall, I get to buy my favorite candle from Bath & Body Works, which is Leaves, and I think I have 3 of them right now. However, today I'm going to talk about a new favorite scent of mine that not only do I like it enough to get the candle of it, but I actually got the body spray of it as well. And that is gingham. I don't think it's a fall candle. I think it's just a new scent. But the smell of it is blue freesia, white peach, fresh clementine with essential oils, and holy damn, I love it. It's like fresh and fruity smelling. It doesn't have like that super like thick fruity smell though. It's got like a nice mix of floral and fruit to it, and it's a nice light smell, but these candles really do like throw a lot of scent. I've noticed that the pumpkin apple one, I got some of those, and those candles smell really good, but they don't throw the scent as well as like say Leaves does. But this gingham one does throw, you can see I burned this one down most of the way. This one does throw the scent really well. And the body spray is also just really like refreshing with a little bit of fruit and a little bit of floral. And it's my kind of scent. If you've taken my recommendations from any of my previous scents, you'll probably like this one. Again, if you followed me, I finally finished the beadboard project in my kitchen. It was basically a beadboard wainscoting and backsplash that we were doing kind of around the perimeter of my kitchen. We're still going to replace the backsplash with some kind of tile at some point, but that's a much later project. But this has finally been painted and the trim has been put on. And it's done. This has been a project that we started when we moved into this house in March 2 years ago. So to have it finally be done is amazing. It brightens up my kitchen. The color that we picked for it is called Swan White by the paint brand Glidden that we got at the Home Depot because I'm a cheap paint buyer for the inside of the house. It's not truly IKEA white, but it is as close to IKEA white as I could find in the paints I was looking at. I love that it's brightened the kitchen up. I love that it just finishes the place, and we're going to be doing some bench seating in the kitchen, and it's going to feel really good that we finally got our kitchen to like the top of phase 1 before the next time we want to upgrade it. We hollowed this kitchen out from scratch, so it feels really good. And on the same note, I want to show you the new stainless steel caddy that I got for my kitchen. We have butcher block counters that are not finished. We have to re-oil them every so often, so getting water on them for any length of time is a bad idea. And then we have the beadboard behind the sink and the new paint job. And I didn't want to fuck either the counters or the beadboard up. We used to keep our sponge in this little janky bowl, but I went to Target and I found this stainless steel caddy by OXO. OXO, is that just how you say it? I don't fucking know. It has room in it with like for a sponge, for some dish brushes, and then it has holes in it, and then on the bottom is a little plastic clear situation that you can take off and rinse out to catch any water that drips from them. So this keeps the water from getting on the paint job. It looks really snazzy with our stainless steel sink. It was $20, so I feel kind of like a jackass for spending that much money on something to hold my dirty dish sponge, but honestly, it's major quality of life upgrades in this house. Now, the other major thing that's going to go up in the kitchen besides the bench seating is a gallery wall of my fuckery flowers, which are going to be going on sale on Black Friday. Stay tuned for more information about that, #marketing. But that's a really big theme for us in general. I've always been a renter. This house is the first house I've ever lived in, except when I lived with my grandparents for 3 months, where the house was owned by the people living in it as opposed to being rented. And I've never been big on hanging things on the walls. I've always been skittish about putting holes in the walls of houses I rent, and it always felt like too much work to put together like a nice looking set of pictures to hang on walls that you don't own. Like I said, we've almost lived in this house. We're coming on 3 years now, at least 2.5 years, and we're finally starting to really work on stuff on the walls. I think the last favorites video I showed you the gallery wall that I did of family pictures in our entryway. Well, in our bedroom, we finally put artwork up on the wall. It's a triptych of paintings on canvas that are framed that I got off of Amazon, I think for $90. They're very large. I think they're 2 foot by 3 foot paintings, and there's 3 of them. I wanted to get something that was cool toned, that was super abstract. My husband and I didn't want like anything specific on our walls. I just wanted something to kind of throw the already blue-gray light around our bedroom a little bit more. And I thought that the natural frames go really well with our drapes. The other stuff that's going to go up on the wall eventually are a couple more of my husband's guitars and some hooks to hang coats on because of our lack of closet space. I love how they look in the room. I changed out some of the throw pillows to make it match. And between the paintings and the bookshelves, I just feel like our bedroom feels like a bedroom that is ours as opposed to a room we happen to sleep in. As somebody who's been a lifelong renter, that is so foreign and yet amazing for me. It makes me really happy. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take the camera and show you this in like some B-roll because I can't show you it, while I'm using it. I got a new microphone and I'm very excited about it. It is the Yeti microphone. I can't remember. I think it's the Yeti Blue something microphone. I'll link it in the description down below. But it's the same microphone that Planner Girl Chatter uses for their podcast, and I wanted a microphone I could use in multiple ways. The problem with the mic that I was using for my podcast before is that to get good sound from it, you have to be like right up on it. My husband refers to it as like eating ice cream. That's how you're supposed to get on those kinds of microphones. Whereas the Blue microphone, what I'm using right now, can be farther away from you and still pick up sound, and you can change its input so that it can pick up sound from around you. I'm hoping to record a podcast with both of my sisters using just this microphone and maybe one with my husband. We'll see how it goes. I loved seeing how they used it when I was in Portland with them at the Planner Girl Chatter Girls. And so I went out and bought this. And so far I've been experimenting with it, but I really love it. And I think it's a solid choice. I think it was like $120. Well worth the investment. Now I've got a couple of like really planner related things for you. There's like 3 things I want to talk about. I know that this has been heavily lifestyle, but that's just how my life has been lately. And the first is fine and ultra fine gel pens. I've got a bunch of different ones here. I have the Pentel Energel 05, I have the Villa Beautiful gel pens, and I have this just random Japanese gel pen that I got at the candy shop. They all have super fine points. I have been using fine liners so often lately, and I've swung really hard back into the fine gel pen land, and I'm wondering if that's because part of me is starting to wonder if I want to swap planners in the new year. I don't know. Stay tuned. So it's just a whole bunch of them. Basically, the whole genre of fine and ultra fine gel pens seems to be wide open for me right now. Now, I want to really quick show you some recent stickers from Chrissy Ann Designs that are some of my most favorite things I've ever done with her in terms of collaboration. It seems silly, but holy shit, they make me so happy. And that is the Salt Bae Steves that we did together. For somebody who just loves saltiness in general, who jokes about being salty with their kids every day, these stickers just make my life. They're perfect for me for when I'm feeling like my period is coming. They're perfect for me when I'm having a bad mood day. They're perfect for me when like I have to pay big bills that I don't want to pay. There's so many ways to use Salty Steve stickers, and I am excited to have a whole shit ton of them. The final planner related thing I want to talk about is actually a shop. It is called Canna Planning. If you watched my plan with me last week, I used the Halloween kit from them, and I think their stuff is adorable. Now, her whole like shtick is that she is a cannabis friendly shop, so there are stickers that are very specific to cannabis, but there's also like regular kits, shit like that just has little pot leaves kind of hidden in it. And she also has functional stickers that don't have anything to do with pot, including some stuff that's foiled. Her stuff is really cute. The stickers that I've used so far have been high quality. She is super sweet. And oh my God, this fucking little cannabis leaf pin with like the rainbow, it's like a little pot leaf shooting star, is goddamn adorable. And I like talking to people who have come up with something that's different. And her shop is different. And she has done a great job in picking a theme and implementing it. And I think it's adorable. So if that's anything you might possibly be interested in, I 10 out of 10 recommend checking it out. And my final favorite for the last couple of months came into our lives at the end of September. Did you really think I was going to get through this video without introducing you to my sweet boy Lucius Meowfoy Guentert-Baldo? This is our new kitten. He is about 4 months old now, and he is a little bit of an energetic little butt nugget. But I mean, he's a kitten, so of course he is. But this, I'm going to show him to you before he gets all sick of me. Oh, the sun's coming in. Nope, never mind. So this is Lucy. We call him Lucy. Hi, Luce. He's like, I don't want to be held right now, but I'm going to hold you anyway because you're a YouTube star. My orange boy Loki is currently sleeping on the floor, and I've had him locked up in the bedroom because he like runs around the house like a bat out of hell in the mornings when I'm filming this, and I need better sound quality than that, friend. I know you don't want to be held right now, but you're going to get held anyway. So this is my kitty boy that you've heard in the background. Well, now you're getting to see him, and he is a beautiful gray tabby friend. He was the runt of his litter. We adopted him from our local like rescue agency. Lucy is one of my absolute favorite things from this month. So is Loki for, adapting to him, but Orange Boy is relaxing, and I really don't want to interrupt his relaxation. He doesn't get to relax very often in the mornings with this kitten around. I'm going to end this video here. I'd love to hear from you. 2 things. 1, have you had any favorite things in the last couple of months you'd like to enable us to go find out about, whether they're planner related or no? And 2, are you a cat person? And if you're not, Are you any kind of pet person, or are you not a pet person at all? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.